Hello and welcome to another Tech Tip of the Month. My name is Mauricio Duarte and I'm the Chief Operating Officer with A2J Tech. So probably you have heard about ChatGPT, artificial intelligence, language models, and let's say a new technology. And the purpose of this video today is not to talk about ChatGPT. I think ChatGPT is a revolutionary technology that is going to be permeating in many products and services in the future. I use it myself. Sometimes I need to understand where to start a research project, or I need ideas on how to draft specific things, and ChatGPT has been useful so far. But I want to talk about, let's say, on this still quiet technology that is starting to emerge, and we can name it ChatGPT competitor, and it's called BARD. BARD. And BARD is basically the competitor to ChatGPT, and it has been developed by Google. Now, there are a couple of things and that are interesting about this new technology. Number one is that it does integrate with some of the Google products. So, for instance, YouTube, Google Docs, Gmail. So, for instance, I can ask BARD with my prompt, can you draft a welcome email for a new staff member? And you're gonna see that again as similar to ChatGPT is gonna, let's say, draft that sample, but you're gonna see here at the bottom that I can export that response and I can have it in a Gmail draft. So that is one thing to consider. The other thing, as you may see, is that you can also export that response to a Google Doc. So for instance, I can ask them, hey, can you help me draft a technology policy? Can you help me draft IT security policy? For instance, and after that, I can export that to Google Docs. For instance, BARD can also access YouTube data in YouTube's transcript. So it has, let's say, the benefit that it can also, let's say, access recent data. So to make a distinction, a technical distinction, ChatGPT was trained with a large data set, but with information up to 2021. Now, it doesn't have a live web plugin, although if I'm not mistaken, there's one in development currently that is going to allow to do what BARD currently has. But BARD has the competitive advantage that it integrates with the live web. So I can ask anything that happened yesterday or the day before. Instead, with ChatGPT, I'm going to have some limitations. For instance, I'm a big basketball fan, so I want to ask him what was the score between the Lakers and Nuggets yesterday, for instance. With ChatGPT, because it doesn't have that information, you wouldn't be able to access it. But since BARD is connected to the most recent, let's say, data, and it's connected to the internet, it can provide me examples. So for instance, you can even see that one of the sources that BARD cites is a video on YouTube. So again, things to consider on BARD is that right now it's a free technology that people can use. If you have a Google Suite account, your administrator will have to enable the use of BARD, but you can go to bard.google.com and you can enable it, or you can use it on your own personal Google account as long as you are over 18 years old. So again, what we have been discussing and shared with other, let's say, not only law firms, legal service organizations, but anyone in general, even entrepreneurs, is that both, let's say, these large language models are becoming disruptive technologies that you can use, especially from a productive standpoint. So you need to have ideas to draft a social media post, or ideas to draft an email, or certain documents. Again, it's giving you that productivity layer. I know that there's a lot of discussion that AI is now starting to replace some of that work, but I think that rather than being afraid, we just have to learn how to leverage. So this is the tech tip for this month. As usual, we try to bring you new modern technologies that you can use for your own entrepreneurial ventures, your own organizations, or your own services. We especially like to help legal aids, nonprofits, and law firms and legal technology companies. But again, this tech tip can be used by anyone else. So hope to see you in the next one, and I hope you explore and use BARD to its full extent. See you next time.